Throughout the 5th century, wave after wave of invading tribes. Goths, Vandals, Franks, Britons, and Saxons flooded in and fought to stake their claim on the waning empire.
Secret even for being a guide without exposing really my bench.
Like the many other Roman city, there is an important road that leads to the center, and then from there other important roads go to the other important part of the city. The color is a red ochre because it is typical of this town. Are the symbol of Bologna, and there are the two towers called Asinelli and Garisenda, because Bologna is also called Turrita, that means town of towers.
Oh, from here you can also see the Arengo bell. See, on the Arengo tower you can see the bell.
He is great to take to wine tasting, but he doesn't really drink wine. We go up to Napa Valley.
Church, but made up with 7 churches, all connected together, because every church is of a different period of time. So some are very about the 12th century. All these churches are connected together, and inside there is a very beautiful country yard.
In 402, the capital is set at Ravenna, the center of the Roman Mediterranean, of the now clearly dominant center of the empire, Constantinople. Theodoricus, Ostrogothic overlord, was subordinate to the emperor in Constantinople, with his court in the imperial palace at Ravenna. Under his rule, all of Italy, Provence, Burgundy to Hispania formed a single dominion. It was his ministers at Ravenna who chose which of the leading Gothic lords should be governor of the diocese. Christianity was now the dominant belief system. A fundamental religious shift had occurred within Mediterranean culture. His Arianism insupportable. The nature of Christ within the Trinity. Separateness in identity of all 3 persons of the Trinity.
San Apollinare Nuovo, Christian art of martyrdom. From the year 479, one of the Germanic tribes, the Ostrogoths, controlled the town, until Justinian I recaptured it for the empire in 540.
The ghosts they were here. Yes. So we are going downstairs.
The Church of San Vitale. You are actually moving, I'm stepping literally from the realm of the world, of the mundane, into a space that represents the kingdom of heaven, paradise itself. The Empress Theodora has sewn into her cloak an image of the three magi processing towards Christ. These courtiers, the elite of the Byzantine world, they are another set of magi processing towards God. They are in direct touch with divinity. That's why they are allowed to have their representations in this space. And all the materials in this part of the mosaic decoration are suddenly different. Much more gold, mother of pearl, silver, these extraordinary representations of the emperor seen with his great general Belisarius, who would reconquer the empire under his command. These two panels on either side, really the only surviving portrait of the Byzantine imperial court in the time of Justinian. It's a Byzantine 6th century fashion parade, and yet there's also a tremendous solemnity because these are images of the emperor and the empress transfigured. They will be absorbed into paradise, into the kingdom of heaven. They will sit in majesty with the greatest emperor of them all, Christ. In 751, Ravenna was seized by Lombard invaders. The struggle was violent and destructive. All over the empire, precious works of art were obliterated.
In Byzantine tradition, knowledge is participation. If you want to know God, you have to participate in God.
One of the most important qualities of an icon is to help you pray. The icon is a representation of the kingdom of God. Icons support prayer. When we baptize a child, we give him or her the name of a saint in order to establish a relationship between this child and the saint, so the saint may act as a kind of role model to inspire the baptized person to follow in his steps as the saint followed in the steps of Jesus Christ. And the saints for them are not figures of the past, they are living realities. When Orthodox Christians go Western churches, they find them very cold, whereas they find spiritually warm with all the icons around, all this decoration, all this representation of the kingdom, the visual representation of the kingdom of God. It gives us strength to keep going.